I've got crabs in this video. I've got impeccable fashion as well. And of course, we have item descriptions, as always. Today I'll be exploring the road of sacrifices, and I will make none, okay?
How awesome was that?
We're gonna dominate this area. I think some of the main lore we're gonna learn about is the Crystal Sages. I learned some very interesting things about them. Some things I never knew, some dots I never connected after playing this game for, I don't know, hundreds of hours. Anyway, if you find yourself enjoying the video, be sure to subscribe, and let's begin. Well, we're done with the undead settlement, except we gotta make one stop through the sewers. Loincloth, terribly worn waistcloth. The deprived only managed to rummage just enough cloth to protect their vital parts. Their pee-pee. We got our loincloth, we got our hat. I mean, what else do I need? Oh, I guess a red-hilted halberd. Long-hilted weapon mixing spear and axe. The red-hilted halberd is associated with clerics, can be thrust like a spear or swept sideways like an axe, making it a versatile weapon effective against multiple foes. And the skill is perseverance. Assume an unfaltering stance of prayer to temporarily boost poise. Damage reduced while activated. Let's find something to bleed. Hello there. Wait. Well, you're missing health. She fell down from above. How do I look? So really this blessed red and white shield, it's just a red and white shield. It just happens to be blessed. But it says standard round wooden shield. It features a striking red and white dragon. Where? I see no dragon on that. Do we see a dragon? I'm not seeing a dragon. Oh, looks like we have some gamers in here. Easy weapon. I like it so far. Saint's Talisman. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. Ivory talismans are given only to women clerics, and faith greatly affects their effectiveness. There's a certain frailty to this talisman, which undermines the steadfastness granted by its skills. And then the skill is Unfaltering Prayer. Temporarily increases poise while casting miracles, preventing enemy attacks from interrupting prayer. Works while equipped in either hand. Hello, miss. You like what you see?
Who is that?
She doesn't see anything. I'm ready for anything, and I mean anything. Classic FromSoftware. They put an item there. Ooh, item. You sprint over to it. You're not paying attention. Bam. Here's this guy. Catch you off guard. All right. I stun lock you, brother. Oh, wow. This is a fun weapon so far. Erithal Straight Sword. Straight sword bestowed upon the Outrider Knights of the Boreal Valley. This weapon is enshrouded in frost and causes frostbite. Every Outrider Knight one day devolves into a beast, constantly hounded by Pontiff Sullivan's black eyes. Road of Sacrifices. Very pleasant place. Shriving Stone, that's new. A gem of infused Titanite, also known as Starkstone. Reverses weapon infusion. Has the benefit of undoing the effects of infusion without reducing the reinforcement level. Screw those guys. This is the one I want. Alright, now you get your turn. Taking them out at the same time is very satisfying. Oh, what'd you drop? Storyteller's Staff. I knew it. Staff of a heretic storyteller who shares tales of the painted world to forlorn souls. The storytellers, too, are wretched beings with no place to go. Their bodies, souls, and even their staves are all tainted through and through. Skill? Poison spores. Expel nauseous spores from the formless parasitical things that inhabit the staff. Very pleasant, very nice. Brigand Axe, gotta read that. Hello! Like your outfit. No bleed. Look at that lack of damage that they did to me. I do like the hat, especially. Thank you for the butcher knife. I got lots. Brigand Axe, Brigand Set, Butcher Knife, Brigand Twin Daggers. Brigand all around, apparently. First up, Brigand Twin Daggers. These paired daggers are the preferred weapons of the brigands of a distant land. When two-handed, the wielder holds a blade in each hand. allowing for divergent attacks that include left-handed moves. Skill, Quick Step. Instantly step behind or around the side of foes, especially effective when locked on to target. Brigand Axe. Axe favored by brigands of a distant land. Surprisingly sturdy battle axe that requires more strength to wield than a standard axe. Butcher Knife. Butcher's knife with an oddly large blade wielded by the mad woman haunting the road of sacrifices. Squarely landed hits restore HP. Back in the undead settlement, the woman acquired a taste for human flesh, of which she took glee in partaking. Skill, Sharpen. Sharpening the blade increases HP restored with each successful hit. Brigand Hood. Hood from a foreign land. Probably belonged to a brigand who met his match. In foreign lands, undead were banished to send a message to populace, and when the message was not heard, they banished the living too. And the rest of that set says the same thing, surprise, surprise. Morne's Ring, what's that doing down here? What else we got? Braille Divine Tome of Carim. Braille Divine Tome of Carim. A sacred Braille tome from Carim filled with advanced miracles. Give to a storyteller to learn advanced Carim miracles. In the Way of White, there's a tradition of placing great faith in the words of the blind, and Braille tomes are not unusual. Morne's Ring, a malformed ring given to Knights of Carim. Boosts miracles. Morne served the goddess Kaitha and later became an apostle of the Archbishop. They labored together to provide comfort to the suffering. So why is this ring in this Braille tome down here? Blue Sentinels. Faded sheepskin parchment depicting the dark moon and a sword. Equipped to pledge oneself to the Blue Sentinels Covenant. When a member of the Way of Blue is threatened by a dark spirit, the Blue Sentinels, in compliance with an ancient accord, assume the form of blue spirits and help to root out the invader. Summoning takes place automatically while this is equipped. Yep, I remember that. Sellsword Twin Blades and the Sellsword set, gotta keep that in mind. Wow. I died. I got greedy. Greed. I'm just gonna take it easy. And by easy, I mean I'm gonna get greedy there. There we go. Farron Coal. Coal used for weapon infusion. Long ago, used to forge the great swords of the undead legion of Farron. Give to the blacksmith and the shrine to allow the use of gems for heavy, sharp, and poison infusion. Sellsword Twin Blades. Paired scimitars used by certain sellswords. The scimitar's sharp blades make for effective slashing attacks, but fare poorly against metal armor and tough scale-covered hides. With a scimitar in each hand, the wielder can vary their onslaught with unique left-handed attacks when in the proper stance. And the skill is Spin Slash, slice into foes with a large spinning motion, and continue spinning to transition into a strong attack. Now we have the Sellsword set, starting with Sellsword Helm. Metal helm interwoven with coarse cloth, able to endure the hardships of battle and prolonged travel. It is light considering the build, striking a fine balance between absorption and substance. The rest of it says the same thing. You know what? Let's pull the band-aid off. We gotta go in this large swamp anyway. Oh, the game crashed. Interesting. It's crazy these crabs have made it all the way into Elden Ring. Great Swamp Ring. Ring said to be chiseled from the bone of a flame salamander by blighted pyromancers living in the Great Swamp. Boosts pyromancies. It is believed that salamanders are the descendants of demons, born of the Chaos Flame, from which pyromancy is also said to have originated. And deal with these two guys over here. I'll take you both on at once if that's how we want to do it. Hopefully you guys have heals, you're gonna need it. Nice try. This guy's almost dead. No bleed yet. Really? Tell me how that works for you. Was that a good heal? Exile Greatsword. Bloodstained greatsword wielded by one of the watchdogs of Farron, who preside over the slumber of fallen warriors. The blade is a reminder of the exile's past misdeeds. and human strength is required to wield this heaviest of curved greatswords. And the skill is Spin Slash. We know about Spin Slash. Great Club. Wood club fashioned from the branch of a giant tree. Requires considerable strength to wield. A hard, durable weapon. Its weight makes it easier to break the guard of shields. Sage Ring. A ring given to Farron's undead legion by one of the Preacher twins, known more commonly as the Crystal Sages. Twins? There's a boss coming up called the Crystal Sage, and you find another one later on. This is telling us that they're twins. That's interesting, I didn't realize that. Shortened spellcasting time. The sorcerers of Farron's Abyss Watchers were known to be lonesome warriors who would only rely upon more pragmatic spells. Fallen Knight set, aka everyone knows it as the noob set. I don't really see what the big deal is. If people think it looks cool, let them wear it. Me personally, I don't really like the set. I don't like the hood on this. But I'm like, let people just use what they like, people. No need to shame them. Helm of an order of fallen knights who disbanded and fled, but met untimely deaths. The drab, tattered hood conceals tough black metal, which provides dependable protection from fire. It is just possible to make out the majestic gold engravings on its surface. I see that. Rest of the set, you'll guess it. It says the same thing. Rotten pine resin. Pine resin that is rotted and turned poisonous. Likely rotten from the start. Temporarily applies poison to right-hand weapon. Barren Keep was swallowed by the rotted wood, where the blunt-horned grooves concoct this resin. Heretic Staff. Catalyst used by generations of heretic sorcerers. Sorcery is a logical academic discipline, and the power of sorceries depends heavily on the caster's intelligence. Skill, steady chant. Boosts the strength of sorceries for a very short period. Works while equipped in either hand. Big Hat Logan Paul over here. Okay, we're alive. And nobody's judging me for the Logan Paul joke. Feels good. Feels good. Crystal Gem. A gem of infused titanite. Introduced to Lothric by the Crystal Sages. Used in infusion to create crystal weapons. Crystal weapons inflict magic damage and scale effectively with intelligence. We gotta go get our friend over here, except I don't think he'll talk to me. Can I learn?
How intriguing. You'd better not. Sorcery is not for everyone.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm not gonna kill him. I might raise my intelligence and come back. He's got items we could read. I'm just gonna smack him to hell. Oh, wow. I got greedy, but it worked. Holy cow. I've never gotten through this fight this quick. Is this weapon that busted, really? Okay, who's got the purple? There he is. It's over already. That is the fastest I've made it through this fight. By far, the fastest I've made it. That is crazy fast. Soul of a Crystal Sage, one of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Used to acquire many souls, or transposed to extract its true strength. The twin Crystal Sages once served as spiritual guides to the scholars of the Grand Archives, and one went on to ally with the Undead Legion. So yeah, that other one we find later in the game, really late in the game, is the other twin. That is pretty cool. It's nice to learn some lore. Alright, let's read the boss weapons. First up we have Crystal Hail. Unique sorcery developed by extraordinary Preacher twins known as the Crystal Sages. Casts a cascade of small crystal soul masses from above. Crystal soul masses have piercing qualities. In a pact said to have been formed long ago, one of the sages allied with the Undead Legion in order to train the sorcerers of Farron. And then we have Crystal Sage's Rapier. Thrusting sword with tiny crystals scattered across its blade. Used by the Crystal Sages for self-defense. The crystals boost the magic damage inflicted by the sword, and the item discovery of its wielder. Fruits of the lifetime research conducted by the sages. That puts us at 175 on the item count. And that's it for today's video. And the next one will be heading to the Cathedral of the Deep. This was pretty nice. I like learning about the Crystal Sages. It's cool linking them up as twins, knowing that they're twins now. I always was just like, okay, there's another one. When I saw the second one, didn't even really think about it. But yeah, they're really cool lore. Well, If you found yourself enjoying the video, be sure to subscribe. If you want to help push this video out to others, be sure to like it. Comments help as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.